Appreciate you for joining us and being a guest on the podcast. This is actually our season 4 premiere, and no better way to start it than with a badass like you.
Thank you.
Well, you're going to be playing at Exchange LA next month, right?
Yeah. So that's going to be on the 4th. Right. And it's a charity event that Say My Name has put together. And the lineup is so sick, and it's really unique because everyone on the lineup is a minority. And where it really started is he actually, during beginning of COVID, when Black Lives Matter was going on, he put together a stream to give minorities in the scene a platform during that time. And so they're bringing that to life in real life now that we can play shows, but also he's partnering up with this foundation to do a charity event as well. So it's a really cool event. So I'm really excited.
What charity is it?
Local Hearts Foundation.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And every ticket that one person buys, they're putting $5 towards the charity. So.
Oh, that's awesome. And I mean, there's also some other big names on it. Like I saw Et Cetera, Et Cetera.
Yeah. So it's Say My Name, Et Cetera, Et Cetera. Me, Black Jesus. Me and Black Jesus are actually going back to back.
Oh, hell yeah.
That'll be sick.
Yeah. I've actually known him for a long, long time. Like even before I started my MADGRRL project. He was like a supporter of one of my older projects. So it's really exciting to be going back to back with him. So
that's so cool. And Gom's on it too.
Yeah, and Gom. I've actually never met him, but I love his music. He's sick.
We love Gom. So. We stand Gom.
He's a homie. Tell him that he's under investigation if you see him.
Is he from LA?
Yeah. So Cali at least, yeah.
Yeah, I think he lives here.
Yeah,
we follow each other.
Yeah, he definitely lives there. We had him on the podcast last season. And then he also played a show out here at what is now closed at Beta nightclub. That's like an absolute shit show.
But I'm not even gonna say RIP.
I heard about that. Is that real?
Oh my God, you don't even want to know.
Ooh, okay, so long story short, I mean, you know that Beta was one of the top 25 clubs, like basically in the world at one point.
Yeah.
In its heyday when we all were in high school. And so then I think
speak for yourself. I was not in high school. Oh my God, I feel so old.
Okay, I take that back. Back in its heyday, we'll say. And then it took a hiatus, and then it became under new ownership. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, and they started kind of throwing like rap shows, and then they kind of started trying to get back into dubstep right before COVID. But then the management was just not willing to like give the EDM performers any good nights, like they were like making them perform on Thursdays and stuff like that, which is fine, but it was just very tacky and they were like doing sketchy things. And so I think they got their liquor license taken away, right, Yessie?
Yeah, apparently there was it was multiple events that happened, and they just all like piled up on this one evening where there was like a shootout, and then there was like they were serving after hours, so you're not supposed to serve past like 2 a.m. and they were keeping the party going, and then the manager there tried bribing the cop and like paying him to like not say anything to keep his mouth shut, basically. So just an absolute shit show, and it's like it's not what it used to be. We do miss the good old Beta days, and we even tried throwing a show there last year, but the management was basically like, fuck you. Like
oh my gosh,
we're double booking and booking other artists like Bow Wow or something. They tried booking Bow Wow.
So we were trying to book Sharps and Black Sheep for like the Global Dance after party that same night. And we were like sending offers out that day. And then the person with beta is like, oh yeah, I just heard from the owner that Bow Wow is booked for that night. So we're going to have to reschedule. We were like, what the heck?
Bow Wow.
Yeah.
I hope that show is good.
I don't even think he ever showed up.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
Shit.
It's just like in a sketchy area, kind of like the ballpark district is really nice, but recently it's gotten kind of sketch. And, if there's crime down there and stuff, like the city's going to be pretty strict about it. So,
yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But switching gears here, I actually would love to learn more about your track that you released with Krewella, No Control. Like that's huge. Like, how did you make that connection with them?
Yeah, so I have known the girls for a very, very long time, since like, I want to say early 2012, maybe even late 2011. So that's 10 years.
Yeah.
Already.
Right?
That's wild.
So yeah, I met them back in my raver days when I was like a raver, and I actually used to write for a blog called White Raver Rafting. I don't think they do stuff anymore, but yeah, so I was writing for this blog, like just like covering shows, like covering tracks, things like that. And I went to this one show in West Virginia. It was actually a festival at this college, and they're fucking crazy out there. They party in West Virginia because that's all they can do.
Have you seen the I'm Schmacked West Virginia University?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's the craziest I'm Schmacked episode. Just
I've never seen that. But I could only imagine because I saw it firsthand. That's just wild over there. It's like they have nothing to do except like party, and yeah, that's all.
Would it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I went out there with a couple of friends, and it was called Glow Fest, this festival, and it was these were the headliners: Zed, Porter Robinson, Krewella. I want to say it was like Dada Life or like someone like that.
Oh my gosh, Dada Life.
I can't remember. It was someone like that. And yeah, I think those were the only main headliners. So we went and we had all access. So we ended up meeting them, and like that was like back in the day when they were like super hard partiers. They aren't really like that too much anymore. But so we met them like in backstage, and like they were just like giving us alcohol, and like we were having great times, like partying, like getting to know one another. And that actually was like the night that they like created this like thing that they did at a bunch of their shows, I guess, called a sock shot. And that was like the night that they like started it. So basically what they would do is they would like take a cup and like pour Jameson in it, and then take a sock and like drench the sock in the Jameson.
A used sock or a fresh sock?
Up for discussion. And then they would suck it out of it, and it'd be like a sock shot. And
interesting.
Yeah, that was the first night that they created that, and like there's videos and photos of me that I've since like working with them. I was like, oh my God, I wonder if those videos and photos are on the internet.
So I hope you took a sock shot that night.
I did.
Okay, good.
So I was like, fuck, I wonder if this is on the internet. I like searched the internet. Apparently the video was taken down because it was like pretty messy. Like, people just like partying and shit. And I thought I had photos of it. So I like looked through like my old hard drives and shit, and I couldn't find it, but they're out there in the world somewhere. But yeah,
someone's hard drive.
Exactly. That's how I met them. And
that's so
then
cool.
Yeah, it was really random. And then after that, we just kind of like kept in touch. Like I would see them at random festivals and events, and like it was always really friendly. And then I started DJing myself, because at that time I wasn't DJing. I started DJing really soon after that myself. And then I actually opened up for them in my hometown one year. I was also a promoter back in the day. So I was working with them on some shows. So we just have like a long working history together. And then when I put out, when I started the MADGRRL project, they've always really loved hardstyle stuff. So they were like super about it. You know, they were like playing out my tracks and putting my tracks in their mixes. And they like hit me up and they're like, we would love to work together. Like, we always play your stuff. Like, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm down, let's do it. So yeah, it was just like really like, it felt very natural. Like it wasn't forced because we've known each other for so long. And like, yeah, it was really cool.
You have a remix. You did a remix for them, right?
Yes, that's right. I totally forgot.
Is that
I
the
did
first,
do a remix.
First like official time you guys worked together?
Yeah, but it was a bit different then because it's not like we like worked together, right? Like it's a remix, so I worked on the track myself. So it wasn't like as like, you know, us really working together. But yes, I did do that. I actually put that out right when COVID started. It was like March 2020, I think. But yeah, that was really cool. It was like a trap / hard dance track I did of their tune Green Lights. I totally like missed that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna skip over that.
No, I know. I really like it. I was just going through your Spotify like an hour ago and I didn't even know that you had a remix of Krewella. So that was cool.
Yeah. I love that one. That was really fun. But yeah, that was cool. And I think it was on a remix compilation for their album Zero. And it was me, Lit Lords. There's like a progressive house DJ. I forget his name.
Reaper's on that. Wow.
Oh, Reaper? Really?
Oh, Reaper was on it. Yeah, he did a drum and bass remix. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was really
and
sick.
Slippy, Slippy, Reaper, Moti.
And Slippy. And Moti, that's the guy. That's a progressive house guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big one too. That's a popular one.
His was really dope.
That's pretty sick. So how long have you had this MADGRRL project running?
I started MADGRRL at the end of 2018. Yes, end of 2018.
Yeah, like I love like the cyberpunk style you have and like the motorcycle and you know the purple. Like I guess what inspired you to come up with this type of style and like what made you want to get into the hard dance industry?
Yeah. So when I first started the project, I had an alias previously that was mainly like bass house. I did some dubstep, but it was mainly like bass house. And I just felt like I wanted a platform with a little bit more direction and a little bit more niche to what I was really into, like the genres I was really into. I've always really loved hardstyle. And I know like America is really, when it comes to hard dance, you know, it's a pretty difficult market because it's not based out of here. And Americans don't really understand it. It's kind of like drum and bass.
It's also hard for Americans to break into hard dance too.
So that's where really the idea of MADGRRL, as far as the music came about, because I wanted to do hard dance, but with crossing over with other genres. So like Keizo was a really big influence for the project. Say My Name, Gammer, like huge influences for the MADGRRL project. So yeah, that was really how it came about. I was just like, I want to do a project that's hard dance with other blends of different genres, because I love playing all kinds of music and I love all EDM. Like I love drum and bass, I love dubstep, I love house, I love techno, like I love all of it. And I've been in the scene for a really long time. So I've seen a lot of, you know, of the transition periods and, you know, different trends happen throughout the years. So yeah, that's why I really wanted to start it. And then as far as like the branding, when I first started MADGRRL, it was more of like punky type stuff, which I'm still like, it's very much still me. But as the brand developed, I really wanted to, you know, put into the brand anime / cyberpunk vibes, because that's just really what I'm into. And with the motorcycle and stuff, like I actually ride motorcycles. So it's just basically just like me and like what I'm into and like what I really like in on a platform as a project. So that's really how it all really came about.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, I love all of that. I love that I can just go on your Instagram or any of your social media handles and like your page tells a story right away. Like I can tell what your personality is like. And I just think it's really awesome because I feel like a lot of artists jump into this, especially us. Like we do some consulting on the side with artists. A lot of them, they don't really understand what their vision is or what they're going after. And so at that point, it's like, well, then why are you doing this to begin with? You know, your brand has to tell a story. And I feel like with you, it's like super, super cool. And like, you really stand out amongst other artists, like a lot of other artists.
Thank you.
And being a female too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's a blessing and a curse when it comes to dance music. Cause like, obviously I'm sure you guys know, like being a female, it's tough in any entertainment industry, especially dance music. There's not many of us. We're always trying to have to prove ourselves, yada, yada. Yeah. At the same time, like there aren't that many of us. So we do stand out. So.
And I mean, like, even some of the hard dance acts that we've done consulting with before, like they've mentioned you as someone, they're like, oh, like MADGRRL played our track, like the Kami Boys. There's been other acts too, artists that we've talked to who are like, oh my God, MADGRRL's slaying. Like we love her.
Really?
Yeah.
Even Keizo, because we actually are the A&Rs for Welcome Records. And so
I knew it.
We didn't make an announcement, but people have been catching on.
So like, we'll brainstorm ideas, and Keizo does speak very highly of you. And so he's even asked like, oh, like did MADGRRL send more demos? And we're like, no, not yet, but we'll make it happen.
I actually have tracks. I actually spoke with my manager about this. I was like, I think that they are A&Rs that welcome, so I'm not sure. So I'm gonna like ask them, and then we can like talk about it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I have music now.
Do it.
Send it over.
I was gonna say, like, what other women do you think are killing it right now? Like, whether it's in hard dance or EDM or like internationally, domestically.
There's so many that are killing it right now. So let me think. Okay, Hades.
Yeah.
You guys know who that is? She is absolutely killing it right now. Hades, obviously Jessica.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otterford.
Queen.
Love her. She's like the queen of bass. I see Lays is doing really well right now.
Layla.
Yeah. She's on the road.
Yeah. Jeannie's a really good friend of mine, and she is absolutely smashing it. And she's like someone in the industry that I feel like young women who want to get involved should really look up to her, because she is doing it right for women in dance music. She's building a platform for women to be able to present their music and have a community with Girl Gang. Like it's incredible, like what she's created. So hats off to her.
You worked with Girl Gang, didn't you?
Yeah. In the past, I've done a couple of releases. I did a mega collab. It was me, Jeannie, Sippy, Level Up. Level Up is another person that's killing it.
Wow.
Love Level Up.
Yeah, we did a collab called Inferno back in 2020.
How did I miss this? That is epic.
Yeah, right? It was like way before like Level Up, and I feel like Sippy really like boomed. It was like right before, and it was also like right in the beginning of the pandemic, so it was like a weird time. But yeah, it's on SoundCloud. And
it's on SoundCloud. It's on Spotify.
No, it's on all streaming platforms.
Okay,
but like
cool.
it's up there. You just have to search it. It's called Inferno.
Okay, I'm about to look it up right now.
I'm like typing this in right now. Oh, it was on that one comp that she did.
Yeah, it was on a compilation.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
And then later that year, I also released with them on another compilation. It was a Christmas compilation. It was a track called Mind Control, which I actually did like a sick trailer video for, with like my bike and like some like VR
I think
stuff.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Anything that has to do with my bike that's included in my brand, I'm just like, yes.
Some badass photos.
Yeah, it's always so fun because I'm like, this is like me. Like, this isn't just like fake. Like, this isn't just like something I'm just like posting like as a branding thing. Like, this is like what I'm actually into. So I get really excited about it.
You also, I see that you have a song with Thai Guys.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
shit.
sick.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we worked together. It's just like been such a weird time, like ever since COVID, like quarantine, you know. It's like, oh yeah, I did do that back when things were normal. Yeah, we worked together in 2019.
I love them for the remix that they did of This Time by Keizo.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was like getting played. I still played it myself.
Yes.
But that was getting played so much, like when they first put that out with Gami.
Yeah. Epic. Yeah. That's cool.
Crazy tune.
Are you working on any other collabs that you can talk about?
I have a track coming out in a few weeks with a very underrated / smaller artist. Her name's Dino Shaddix.
Oh yeah, I've heard of her.
Yeah, she is absolutely a fucking killer when it comes to production, like out of this world. Like, it is insane the shit she's making. She's released on Subsidia, and she's done things on Disciple Roundtable and Barong. We actually connected a long time ago when I released on Barong in 2019. We were on the same compilation. And we were kind of doing similar styles with the hard dance dubstep type thing. And then years later, we started working together on tracks and just collabing. And we have a couple of tracks, but the one that we're putting out finally is coming out in a few weeks on Root Service. So yeah, we're really excited.
We'll have to keep an eye out.
Then, yeah. And then me and Jeannie have a collab that we're working on. That's going to be sick. It's actually done. So we will see when that comes out.
Might need a home for it.
Maybe. And I know me and Riot 10. We had something in the works and then we scratched it and now we're starting all over. So
yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a bunch of others that I just can't think of right now. But those are at the top of my head, the ones that I'm really excited about.
That's so cool. How did you get the Barong family connect? Because like, I mean, Yellow Claw is just fucking massive. Like,
I literally just emailed them.
Oh, wow. And like a demos email or something?
Yeah. This is when I first started my project too. So I don't know. I just sent them my music. I was like, hi.
Yeah.
I hope you guys like this. And they're like, this is fucking sick. So
well, now look at you. You're a big part of that label.
Yeah. They've been actually hitting me up like, we want to release you in 2022. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And anyone there?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. Well, because their schedule like books out way far. So they just want to make sure I can get in before it like books out at the end of the year. So we'll see. But yeah, I love working with Yellow Claw. They're awesome. And they're really nice guys too. A lot of people think they're like not nice for some reason. It's just because, I don't know, maybe it's because they're European and they kind of give off a vibe like they're not nice. I don't know, but
intimidating.
Intimidating, but they're really nice and they're super down to earth. And they really care about bringing up smaller artists, which is what I love about Barong. Like, they're not in it for like fucking clout chasing, and they're not one of those labels that's like, you know, you're not established enough as an artist for us to release your music.
Yeah.
Which I really admire about them, and especially given that they're literally fucking Yellow Claw.
Yeah, right. You know, so I think we saw them Tomorrowland main stage in 2018, right, Yessie?
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, so legends.
Wild,
Yeah.
wild.
I saw them at Amsterdam Music Festival too. That was like one of my favorite sets that weekend. I remember this was like back in 2016 when I was living in Barcelona and went to Amsterdam Music Festival
Living in
or whatever.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. See. Do you speak Spanish? Like, what's your ethnicity?
I'm actually Puerto Rican, and don't judge me, but I don't speak fluent Spanish. But blame my parents because they literally didn't teach me, and they both speak fluent Spanish. And I'm just like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, to this day, I give them shit about it. I'm like, why would you bring me up and not like teach me Spanish? And they're just like, well, we were traveling a lot to like different American schools, so we wanted you to like speak English. I don't know. I'm just like, whatever, stop talking.
Damn. My parents were the complete opposite. Like me, I don't make fun of me, but I can't even roll my R's. Growing up, I would always get bullied because, you know, where I went to school in San Diego, it was it was basically 80% Mexicans at the high school and middle school, everywhere that I went, 80% Mexicans. So everyone would speak Spanish. And me over here, I'd sound like a gringa, you know, and like a white girl.
Yeah.
And I would get so embarrassed and like I would turn like a tomato and all red and just like hated speaking Spanish. But there was no way I could have talked to my grandparents or, you know, really any of my other family members except my parents. Like they spoke both fluent English and Spanish, but I basically had to force myself to keep speaking Spanish so that I could at least communicate to my other family members. So I guess that was a good thing. But man, I hated speaking Spanish growing up. Hated it. But now I love it because I'm like, thank you. even though I was a brat about it, thank you.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I'm like, I could use Spanish like so much as an adult. Like it's a missed opportunity. But whatever.
It's never too late to learn.
Yeah,
that's
exactly,
true.
Exactly.
Did you at least get to visit Puerto Rico?
No, I actually have never. Yeah, which is like really sad. And I should. And hopefully, actually, I'll get a gig there when things are, you know, back to normal. I did, however, do back in, I think it was 2017, maybe, or 2018. I can't remember when they had the bad hurricane. I did a charity event here in LA and helped raise money. So that was fun. It was like phase one that played and champagne drip. It was really cool. That's cool. They all were just like, yes, we're just giving all the money to this charity. So hopefully I can go visit one day.
I was looking at flights the other day. They're pretty cheap to Puerto Rico, at least round trip from Denver. So
do you both live in Denver?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Cool. I am a native. Yes, he's an implant.
Nice. We're all implants.
Nice.
Pretty much everyone either moved from Florida or Cali or Texas to Colorado.
Yeah. Everyone here is an implant. Is it an implant?
Yeah.
Transplant.
Implant.
Implant sounds a little weird.
I know, right?
Transplant. A transplant. Everyone here is a transplant as well.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I am. So.
Have you been to Denver or Colorado at all?
Yeah. I haven't been in a while. Actually, like a long time. It was like 2013 or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I haven't played there. But I went to Red Rocks to see Cascade.
Oh, I think I went to all of his shows at Red Rocks back in 2012, 11, 13. Yeah, he always had them in August. I remember one year we went and it was just pouring rain the whole night. It was so miserable.
I think I was there.
Okay, yeah, we were probably at the same show.
Yeah, it was pouring rain. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
but I love Cascade so much.
Yeah, well, we're trying to grow hard dance out here in Denver. So who knows? Maybe can get you a booking out here somehow. Connect you to some of the promoters.
Oh yeah.
Because we're also helping some other hard dance artists, and so like we're trying to get them bookings everywhere, but especially out here in Denver. Like that would be sick. Should we move on to the lightning round, Chrissy?
Let's go. So the lightning round, it's basically just like 5 questions. They're usually like 1 or 2 word answers. We ask that you just kind of like answer it as quick as you can, and then we just drill down on the next question.
Oh, I'm bad at this shit. All right, let's go.
So this one's gonna be a couple more than one or 2 words. But what is your pre-show routine?
Listening to Coldplay.
Really?
I know.
Is there one song specifically?
Oh, that's a kind of a hard one. Parachutes, the album in general, is like my go-to.
Oh, love Coldplay.
Yeah.
Good pre-show routine.
Seeing them in London over the summer, so.
What?
That's awesome.
I'm a huge Coldplay fan. It's really funny.
Have you been to did you go to their Rose Bowl show in LA?
I've never seen them.
Oh, wow.
Never seen them.
Yeah, I've never seen them. This is why I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna go see them, I'm going to like go make it a thing. So I'm going for my birthday. It's actually on my birthday. So, and my parents live in Italy, so I'm using that as like I'm gonna go visit my parents and see Coldplay.
Where in Italy?
They live in Sicily.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to go there.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I was actually just there this past summer visiting. It was amazing.
That's so cool.
I'm jealous. You're gonna have so much fun. Oh my God, especially in London, making a whole Euro trip out of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, this one's gonna be a little tricky.
Oh, great.
Take this one lightly.
Oh God.
This is like FBI standard now. Like we have to ask this question for every interview.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right, so fuck, marry, kill. Krewella, Ray Ray, water spirit.
Oh my God, I feel like crying.
We've attacked her.
Oh my God, why did you do this to me? Okay, let me think about this. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I guess fuck water spirit. Marry Krewella, because there's 2 of them and it would be more fun. And kill Ray Ray. I'm sorry, Ray Ray.
R.I.P. Ray Ray.
Oh my God.
We love you, Ray Ray.
Take that lightly, though. It's pretty funny.
That was fun.
We just like to see people squirm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next question. This one is not as hard. How many IDs are you sitting on right now?
Ooh. A number? Let's see.
Or a
That's
ballpark.
so hard. That actually is hard because I feel like I have like a bunch of whips and then I have a bunch of IDs and it's just like I would say like 7.
Ooh, that's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, cool.
All right. Thanks for rubbing it in my face, Chrissy. You can roll your R's.
Oh,
all right. What kind of bike do you have?
I have a Honda CBR 250. It's a small, tiny bike, tiny engine, but I'm also a tiny girl. So, and me getting a large engine would scare the shit out of myself. So
yeah,
I stick to the smaller engines.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Okay, yeah. So we're the same height because I want my own street bike someday and I'd probably get the same one as you.
Yeah. I used to have a Kawasaki Ninja 300, but it got stolen.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's like a common theme in LA. So I was like, yes, I got my trophy. You know, I got my first bike stolen.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I got one last question for you. When are you sending demos to Welcome Records?
Today.
Yes, right answer.
Awesome. Well, any final words that you want to say to our audiences who are listening in?
Thank you if you've listened to my music, and also I'm sorry to disappoint everyone about listening to Coldplay for my sets. I don't do anything crazy, like listen to like metal. It's literally Coldplay. So
I love that.
Need to get in the zen before my literally 170 BPM set. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. Thank you for having me on this. This is awesome.
Of course. Yeah. We're glad we could make it happen. First episode of the season. So let's run it up this Thursday.